trip. I grew up in the Hudson River Valley, and I remember being on a field with Pete Seeger, and it was the Clearwater Sloop, and he was teaching about environmental education. And in that time period in the 70s, the Hudson River was so polluted we couldn't put our hands in the water. It was so sad. Fast forward a few years later, I go on a field trip upstate New York. We're sleeping out, and we're on a canoe, and I experienced God in the mist coming off the water. It was the crack of dawn. Many, many years later, I was at the baptism of my nephew. I was the godmother, and I saw the priest. It was a female blessing the water, and I could feel the heat coming off the water. And I thought, maybe I'm supposed to be blessing that water. Meanwhile, my whole career was about water. I did environmental engagement on watershed protection issues. And yet I put it back to the back burner. I thought, do I have 2 minutes left? 1 minute left.
2 minutes left.
Oh, good. I'm going good. All right. So anyway, so I'm seeing the water. So then I thought, I'm not supposed to be doing anything with that water. And I continued my environmental career. Not soon after September 11th, I had lost some relatives in the towers, and I was having some other personal crises. I was driving my car, and I had a huge argument with God. And I said, how dare you treat me like this? How can my life be so bad? What exactly do you want from me, God? And up ahead, on the road, a billboard that said, have you ever thought about being a clergy person? Boy, did I yell. I pulled over and I cried. So, needless to say, I was called to seminary. I went to Yale Divinity School. And I didn't know at the time when I went there, when I started, that they had a program about environment and faith. And I wound up staying on and doing environmental ministries there. And so now I work for the church, engaging people in environmental issues and climate justice, and trying to incorporate my past life into my new life as a priest. And so this final part of my story is this. My kids now swim in the Hudson River. Because in all of these years, the river's been cleaned up. And so the story is a story of hope. And in the face of all the climate issues that we experience as people, there is always hope. And as a Christian, I can talk about that hope in the light of the resurrection.